Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. What is up, everybody? Can you hear me okay? Testing out my new microphone. So, a little bit different. So, let me know if volume is bad. I do have a fan going on behind me, but I think it's noise gated out. Hopefully. Let me know. What's up, Grim Creeper? How you doing? Hey, you're here on time too. Nice. Yeah, another minute or so. We will get rolling. Sounds good. Excellent. You can't hear any weird noise behind me or anything. Kids screaming in the background. All right. Phantasmical. It has been a little while. It's been a little while since I've been on the ZBrush. I have actually been working on the Stylus League stream over the last month. That fan doesn't cause any sound. Awesome. It's great. Yeah, I've been working on the Stylus League stream over the last month, and this is what I've been working on. So I'm doing a full-scale collectible size sculpt of Jagatai Khan from Warhammer 40,000. So this is the how far I've got with the block out through, I think it was like 4 streams over the last month or so. But we're going to continue working on this fine young gentleman, old gentleman. He's really old, actually, if he's still alive. Actually, you know what? Technically, he's not alive yet. Technically. It is really nice using a microphone and not having a big old earphones on my head. That's pretty cool. My dog is trying. All right. Excuse me. The other thing that we were working on previous to this was the servitor skull. This actually is he lost in the warp hunting demons or something. Probably. But that's in what? 40k? 35.5k? Something like that. A little far from where we're at right now. But in terms of 40k, yes, I think he's lost in the warp hunting demon somewhere. But this is where we ended. This is actually not where we ended up last time, because the file after this one actually got corrupted. So this one is where we'll pick this particular one back up. So this is going to be for print. He's probably going to be around, thinking maybe like 6 inches or so, maybe like about that big. More collectible size for, you know, collectionables, and kind of desktop attire, if I can say. That's a cool word, desktop attire. I like that. I'm gonna start using that. Desktop attire. What does that mean, Brennan? It means cool stuff that you keep on your desktop. Work. Can I go over how to make the mech tubes and tentacles? Yes, absolutely. I could just actually show that real quick. So what I did was I just created one of the middle pieces, like so. Where are we? Like this. So just use the brush, the modeling brush. Ah, yes. Well, stay tuned. Actually, so what we're doing is, if you sign up for the newsletter on my website, which is Clinker Built Studio, I'm going to be giving this STL away for free, so that you can print it on your own if you would like to. That's the plan for it. I can't sell it because it's not my IP, but I can give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. So I do have to do a little bit of final prep work, and I got to get it ready for printing and that kind of stuff. I'm actually probably going to wait until I can print it myself, because I pulled the trigger and finally bought my 3D printer. First ever 3D printer. Really, really stoked about it. I got the Saturn II 8K on pre-order. Should be coming in August or so. Shipping in August, which means it'll probably be here by February of next year. But that's the idea. Because I love painting minis, and I love sculpting, and I love 40K, it's kind of all that combined, so that I can share that with all you guys, would like share in that. But I do have to do some more work to this guy before that. I got to recover the work that I lost, and do the prep for printing. But I'm probably going to wait so that I can print it on my own first before I give it to you guys. Unless there's somebody who would like to help me print, figure stuff out. If you do, DM me. Anyways, so that's where we're at. So let's get back real quick to the how you did the tubes, or how I did the tubes, how you did them. Okay. So this is something I just made really quickly through a cylinder, and then just used the ZModeler brush to make this particular piece. And then what I did was I made a insert mesh from it, and then just created a curve tube, a curve brush from it. That's all I did. And then I made a couple of different versions of this. So there is that one. Somewhere in this deep, dark pile of rubble. Rubble. One question: I'd like to start working with miniatures. Would love to hear your advice to have an adequate workflow. For example, the scale when starting them. I mean, honestly, I like being open and honest with people, and I haven't really done much with that yet. So this is my beginning journey of scale and all of that stuff. So what I would do, and what I plan on doing, is Googling some stuff about ZBrush printing scale. Pavlovich, Michael Pavlovich, I'm sure has some stuff on scale, but I'm assuming that we can use the it's in here somewhere, Available Pro, Scale Master, to be able to get things correct here. So I'm actually going to be doing a lot of that research myself, but I'm happy to share what I do from there. Do I have any 2D art from a long time ago that I don't want to show? I've been a 3D artist for a long time. Okay, so from here you just do turn that off, and then we'll grab create insert mesh brush. We'll just do new real quick. And then we'll go down to modifiers. Not yet. We'll come back to this guy. You go down to stroke, and you do curve. Turn on curve mode, and then you go back up to the brush, and this is open now, right? So we want to do weld points, and now we can just go like that, right? So then you can see the problem with the orientation. Yeah, Mike's a beast for sure. So obviously I need to recapture this from a different orientation. So instead of capturing it like this, you just capture it like that. We say create an insert mesh. Let's just do new, because the other one is not going to be usable. So then we go curve mode. We do go back up to the brush, go modifiers, and then weld points. And then boom. Yeah. Hey! What the hell, Bobby? That's weird. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Oh. Anyways, it's supposed to work like that. I don't know why. I don't want to futz with it right now. But just making a curve mode out of this, and then you can do different types of whatever this base is to come up with these different types of. So that's what I did, like with this one. So you can see I created a different little piece, and then this one I created a different little piece. What's up, Alex? How you doing? I'm good. I'm good. And then I created a couple of different end cap pieces. And then I created this one right here with it was like this little piece here, and then just a little cylinder off to the side. So then when I drew it out, it created, you know, this little guy in the same orientation, and then I used my move brush to just kind of like pull it away. So I did that. But we'll be finishing this Bad Mama Jamma up probably off stream is where I'm going to do some work, so maybe some late night stuff. So the plan on this is to do the reintegration of the hands on the metal, kind of crinking up the metal. So we did that last time. Should I decimate my model before baking in Substance? The thing you want to be careful with decimating, you should reduce as much as you can. But one thing you want to be careful with decimating is if you decimate too far, then it may give you artifacts in your normal bake or all of your bakes. So I would get it down to a reasonable size, but I wouldn't worry about too much. Each thing that you bake should be like safe within 1 or 2 million polys. So if the piece that you're baking is like 20 million polys, yeah, you probably should reduce it. But you're safe usually around 1 or 2 million polys for your high res for whatever you're baking. Which means that if you have 30 pieces, you could bake them all separately. But keep that. Posing is always a problem. Posing that's what I'm dealing with right now over there. So we'll do some integration with this piece on the rock, and then we have to do some print prep stuff and kind of reposition this stuff back here. Figure out how I'm going to separate it for print, if at all. But and then I want to resculpt the spine. The spine's just kind of a gross block in still. Yep, no problem. No problem. But yeah, for the most part, this guy's done. Just those last things. So let's get back over to this guy. So if you would like to catch some of the previous blockouts that I did with this guy from the very beginning, you can go to search Stylus League. That is Mike Thompson and company. Great guys over there. Bradley. Good guys. Anyways, so you can find their YouTube and see where I started. But so here's the dude bro. I'm going between. He's got a couple of different renditions of him in the world. So this is the actual model that they just released for 30K Primark series. So it'll be something between this, and I actually found some really awesome stuff from Sucker Punch, Ghost of reminds me Cobra of Nintendo. Ghost of Tsushima. But they have lots of really cool Mongol stuff. So, you know, taking kind of notes from more of a traditional looking Mongol attire, and kind of melding some of these things into kind of my own version. So that's the plan. Here's another model of him, which is a little bit closer to this one. A little bit. Not entirely, but a little bit. But you get the idea. Yeah. Okay. Here's some other really cool Ghost of Tsushima stuff. But some cool reference to look from and kind of get some ideas. Oh, here's another Jagatai. So he's got all kinds of crazy iterations of them. But what I'm trying to do is trying to nail the pose down first. And right now, I'll tell you how I feel about the pose. And I feel like the pose is about 80% there. There's I feel like this is strong. That let me turn his cape on real quick. Cape on. Cape on. There you go. This is kind of where I'm at. So I feel like fairly strong. When it gets back here, I feel like that's okay. Feels pretty good. Again, we're gonna mostly kind of look at them from about this angle. So this kind of covers up a lot, so I may do something different with the cape because I feel it covers up a lot of stuff. But where I feel it really the pose starts to fall apart is right about here. Like, it's okay. Like right here, which is sad because it's like, that's the front. But I feel like this is pretty strong. So, we got to figure out what to do. So I was playing with, let me turn the cape back off. So we can see that pretty well right about here is kind of where it starts falling apart a little bit. So I was playing with maybe pulling this back. Or maybe this was actually the way it used to be. Yeah, that's the way it used to be. Either that leg is like, yeah, straight leg is not really fun. That's why, maybe that's actually better. Kind of gives a little bit more depth in here. So maybe what we can do, I'm just mess with some pieces here and see if we can get something a little bit more interesting. I was talking with Mike Thompson on the Stylist League, and one of the things that he was saying is a lot of times for a better dynamic pose, you'll have alternating limbs, which means that if this limb is forward, that this limb should be forward, right? Because like right now, this is forward and this is forward and this is back and this is back. Should be kind of alternate between the upper and lower. So, but I kind of like the forward leaning of this. Let's get these guys. See if this feels a little bit better when we get. See, like now this just feels like he's riding a horse. Bit lame. Maybe we can. Well, let's do this. Let's get them all together first, and then we can start playing with the entire leg position as well too. Okay, let's do a little. You have a leg, so here's right leg. Let's grab all this stuff and throw that in. Guy goes right leg. Like this guy, that's already in there. That one's already in there. Already in there. I think there's a little piece tucked up in there too. Guy is not. Get him. Yeah, white scars. I feel like white scars have been neglected for a very long time. They're like, oh yeah, there's white scars out there somewhere. But then in Horus Heresy books, they really did them some justice, which has been awesome. And then the latest Siege of Terra books have been really great for white scars. Do this a little. This guy's a little bit, a little filler in there. Although I never see people playing white scars. Interesting. Let's subdivide that guy. Or dynamic subdivision is what I call it. That's what it is. Okay. So, now that I have the right leg, let's say this, let's turn the right leg off. Okay, this one is not in proper place. And this is, yeah, let's split this one off. Split hidden, and then we'll grab this one. Throw that in. Leg. Okay, so there is, I'll just keep these guys separate, which is, let's turn that one back on, and then now what we'll do is we'll do transpose set. And that will basically turn on the pizza boxes and automatically select everything that's in that. I can just turn that guy off back. Fine for now. So what I was trying is maybe we can kick this guy. Oh, it's different. Way to tick. This guy. This guy should not be in there. Not to the right. Grab him, throw that left leg. Okay. Then now we'll go back to right leg and do set. Now that should be off. Okay, cool. But let's do this. I want to click on this guy and then do transpose. There we go. So that will give me the orientation that I had originally for this one. So let's see, maybe if we kind of turn this in this way, then we don't have so much of that like writing, right? We don't have like this angle and this angle being exactly the same. What's up, Nadira? I think I like that a little bit better. I think that was definitely one of the things that makes a difference. Or now we can try the great thing is that you can just turn off the pizza boxes and turn that off. Go back like this, look at it, and then if you turn your move back on and turn your pizza boxes back on, it remembers that selection, which is fantastic. Maybe we can widen the stance, or what we could do is say, what does this look like if this foot was forward? Like Dookie, that's what it looks like. What if we kick it back further? That might be kind of cool. He's definitely more off balance though now. Okay, that all still looks good. Maybe this angle and this angle feels a little bit funny now from the back, but we're gonna have the cape back there, so we probably won't see that very much. But that feels better that way. Still a little funky in here. Maybe we'll try. Can we try to turn that even more? That feels okay. Feels a little cheesy. Oh yeah, bend curve on the Stylus League. Yeah, bend curve is for the win. Absolutely for the win. Bend curve is probably one of the more powerful tools. I love it. Great. We will just keep it. That feels a little better. All right, I think we'll run with this for now. I may do some more fiddling with it later. We'll see. But what I'd like to do, keep in here. This guy. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some nice layers happening with some of these things that it's interesting. During one of these, during this time of the blackout stage, I use dynamic subdivision with thickness a ton, especially for things like this where you're trying to kind of move things around, and one of the worst things that happens is when you're moving things and the thickness gets all jackarood. So getting around that, if you just use the thickness, really what you're doing is you're just moving this, and then when you turn the dynamic subdivision on, it gives you a consistent thickness. That way, when you're moving things around like this, oops, it maintains that thickness. Is super helpful. Super helpful. And then when you're ready to commit, you just accept the you accept the outcome. That out for a second. But that's another feature that I use quite a bit. And then I'll just come back here, kind of smooth out some of this area a little bit, and then turn that back on, and it really fixes a lot of that funkiness. And great for blockout. Yeah, it's great. Okay, cool. So it's the same thing I did with these guys, right? We just turn on, these are just some polyplanes that I did. It's great because then I can say, okay, maybe that's a little too thick, so we'll go 0.015. Super helpful. But I think if we're having like armor plates, they probably should be thicker. So keep that there for now. Okay. Some of the other pieces that we may be missing. I'm thinking I may do away with this thing. Let's see how it looks without it. A little bit weird, but maybe if we kind of throw some danglies or something, may work better. Maybe we can actually put in some kind of belt, like he's got this kind of a belt. So we're kind of adding another layer in here, which would be probably pretty cool. Looking at the actual model, he does have these belts here too. So I'm trying to add like some of this thickness in now, just to get kind of some better layers and depth. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see if we can make something like this. Let's see. Do I feel like it may be worth doing a insert brush, like a curve brush? That may work. I want to be able to droop it fairly easily. Yeah, we can try that. Gotta go. Yeah, so we'll try that first. Air conditioning, because it is getting warm and okay. Coffee. All right, so we'll start with how are you gonna do it? How are you gonna do it? We'll just start with a cube. Right, and then we'll just get this. We'll just make one of these real quick, and then we'll play with the brush a little bit to see if it's just gonna work. So if it's gonna work, I'll know sooner than later. If it's gonna fail hard quickly, and then try something else. So let's off perspective here. It's good. Got something like that. And then usually what I'll do is I'll do a quick ZBrush on it so I can fix some of this stuff. I can have super clean topology to work from. So we'll do ZBrush. I personally really like 20 by 20 for adaptive size and curve strength. And then let's do same, detect edges, ZBrush. That should give us something perfect like that. Yeah. Okay, so it has a little lip thingamajigger. So let's get rid of that. Let's go insert. Actually, let's do this instead. Let's just grab all of these. That. Then we'll go poly group all QMesh. Pull that out like that. Then what we'll do is we'll do a quick scale. You can do a scale or not, but personally, I like it a little bit better when there's not an exact 90-degree angle. These things, it just makes life a little bit easier. So there's two ways we could do that. So we can do slide edge loop complete. We'll just grab this whole thing and just slide it out like that. The problem becomes this. That's one of the issues with doing it that way. You could try this inward way, but then you're gonna run into the same issue there. Or the other way we can do it is just scale, polygroup all, and then we'll do polygon center, grab this whole thing, and then we'll just scale it like that. That's probably a better way to do it. Okay, and then we're gonna grab all this. Going to QMesh, polygroup all, push this in. And then I want to change the polygroup, but I'm going to do flat island here, and then We're just going to click once, and that will create this flat island to a new polygroup. It's great because then I can go back to scale, polygroup all, and then just scale that in a little bit so that we don't have a 90-degree angle there. Then maybe what I'll do is, let's do this point. That's what I want. I want split ring. There we go. That's what I want. I want to create a circle there. Then we can just tag this. We'll do Q mesh, polygroup all, that out. Go back to scale. Pull that in. Oops. That's the same as this one out here. So we're going to go back to polygroup. We'll do flat island just fine. If you click and hold for polygroup and then you just tap Alt, you can cycle through different polygroups. It's great. So we'll do scale, polygroup all, scale that in. Cool. And then we'll do that a couple more times real quick while it saves. And I answer questions if you have questions. Question. Anybody? Question. You? Question. Oh, swallowed a chunk of ice. Smooth. I'm okay. I don't need a chaser. Okay. So let's do, maybe not that big. Nope. Oops. Split, and then we'll make the brush a little bit smaller, and that should give just snapping. So we'll click and drag this way. Then we'll click once, click once, click once. Cool. And then I want this to be a different polygroup. So I'm just going to click, hold, tap Alt. That way it's a different polygroup from these guys. So what I want to do with these ones are just Q mesh again real quick. Let's pull all those out. Touch. How do you clean the polygroups when you split? It does it automatically. The part we're making is one of these little pieces here. And then we're going to make a brush, a curve brush, and see if we can get that placed down there. Nice. How you doing, Rethon? So we'll go back to scale. I didn't really quite get your question. When you're using the split, you use ring, and then whatever modifiers that you want to, but you just click once and it will create that for you, and it will automatically assign a polygroup. Ooh, an 11-hour night shift, and you're watching me? Sweet. Scale, polygroup all. There we go. So we'll just scale those in just a touch. What's up, Rin? Manning the phone. Yes. All right, so we'll do a couple more here. So we'll grab split, and then we'll just make these a little bit smaller, maybe something like that. And then if I just tap once, it'll make the same size. Tap once, and it'll give me a new. Right, and then I can do. Oh, that's the same one. So we're gonna go back to polygroup again. We'll do not flat island. When I subdivide, yeah, the blue will be kind of trashed. That's a good point. Good point. Let's try it. If you use your creasing, you'll notice that this isn't creased here. But if I do crease by polygroup like this, so crease polygroup, and then crease, it does okay. It's fine. As long as you're you have your creasing. Use ZBrush to make parts for the Minotaurs chapter. What Minotaurs chapter? For yeah, what Minotaur stuff? That isn't for Bestiarium. Oh, for 40K. No way, dude. Nice. Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's not officially. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. I was like, you stop it. Wait, there's Minotaurs in 40K? Just for your stuff. Gotcha. Let's do QMesh, polygroup all. We'll just bring that out probably a little bit more, or a little less than the other ones. But while we do that, while I'm holding this down, if I tap Alt, it will give me different polygroups, which what I really want. I want to do that while I'm pulling that. And then we can do scale. Space Spartans. Oh, they're a Forge World chapter. I did not know that. We'll do scale like that. Okay, cool. That's kind of close enough. This is going to be for print, so I'm not worried about the UVs at all. Oh man, those guys are cool. Yeah, I don't think I've actually ever seen those guys. Are those 30K or 40K? They're cool, man. 40K. Oh, okay. Oh, well, all right. Learn something new every day. Okay, so let's undivide that real quick, and then I'm going to... So when I subdivide this, I like the curve instead of having a bevel there. But what I want to do is I want to uncurve these guys because I want to give them the same. So we'll go to edge, we'll go to crease, and we'll just do a single edge like that. That way I'll give it a little bit better feel. Cool. And then they are a little bit more rectangular, which is unfortunate because now let's say I redo all that. Yep, I'm gonna redo it. Only took a second. So, these are a little bit more rectangular. So, in order to keep the consistencies and everything, I think it's just quicker to redo it real quick. So let's go back. Easy peasy, just like that, right? So then we'll grab this. We'll make this a little bit more like that, which is fine. And then we'll do same, and then I'm just ZBrush it real quick because I want to redo. I want these to be square. We'll do it again real quick. Okay. We'll QMesh, polygroup all. Plot that in like that. Go scale, polygroup all. Scale that in just a touch. Grab these guys. But now that I know how to do it, it's take me a second to do. Bring that back. Oops, not scale. We want QMesh. And then I'm just going to tap once just to give it a new thingamabob there. Wait, that's not how it goes. It goes out. It goes out. That. Oot. Oot and a boot. Yeah, I just finished up painting a couple of different 40K pieces that I actually put up on my Etsy store. I did a Mauler Fiend, Chaos Mauler Fiend. That guy's pretty fun. So we'll push that in, tap, Alt, go. And then what I'm going to do is I want a little bit more space in here. So I'm going to take this guy and do scale. And then I'm just going to scale this up like that. I don't want this to be the same. So then we're going to take this guy and we'll just slide the edge loop. Yeah, edge loop complete. I'm going to grab this guy and I'm just going to kind of evenly space these guys out a little bit. I'm okay that they're a little off-centered. Fine. Yep, those are all paints in the back. That's right. And that is the beginning of my printer. That's the Elgu Mercury Plus Wash and Cure Station that I'm excited about. Very excited. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. I'm okay with that. Okay, so there's that. Let's add one more. Go in here. We're going to do insert. I want this to insert directly in the middle. So I'll do multiple edge loops and then just click once. All right, and that will split this 50-50. I have not yet. I haven't printed any of my models yet. That's what I'm looking forward to doing as soon as I get my Saturn. Okay, so then this is coming a little bit more convoluted than I wanted it to be, but we're here, we're doing it, we're fine. Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. It was it's got a big build plate, it's 8K, a very, very solid printer. So all the reviews have been completely outstanding, so I'm excited. All right, so now we have a center piece. So that was the whole reason why I entered this line, because I want to go in and do split and then create that guy. Now I should be able to do this. Go. Then we'll create one here. About like that. Click once. Click once. Once. Oh, you got a Formlabs. Man, that's a hefty beast, if I may. Hefty, hefty, hefty. Okay, cool. So let's grab QMesh, polygroup all, bring this out. Yeah, he went into dead for. That's a no-joke printer right there, man. That is a no-joke printer. Way more expensive than some of its other friends. But the Saturn II was only $550. I honestly think is a fantastic price for a solid 8K 10-inch build plate printer. Multi-generation too. Yeah, Saturn's got a pretty good price. I'm excited for it. Whoa! Easy there, buddy. All right, so just scale this guy down. That's fine. And let's QMesh. Just re-grab these guys real quick. QMesh that out. Then we'll scale. When I do that, though, I want to make that a new one. Grab that. We'll do scale. There we go. That's fine for now. Mars 2 years ago. Not a big printing volume of Saturdays, but I'm quite happy with it at the moment. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay, so we'll take a look at this real quick. Let's do group by normals is amazing. And then we'll do crease by polygroup. and then subdivide, and that should give it to me pretty well. Then we'll just go and uncrease a couple ones that we don't want. So let's go to crease, edge, let's uncrease, you know what, let's insert, take that one out, then we'll go back to crease, get rid of that crease, that one, that one, that one, that one. Should give us bendy corners up there, nice. Then we'll get rid of that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And should be it. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yes. Advice is always welcome. When printing for 40K, you'll find you need to exaggerate everything on the model for it to look right. I agree. There is a certain level of oomph-idness, if I may. But my scale is, this one is going to be collectible scale. So the height would probably be from here to here, maybe 10 to 12 inches. So that's the scale that I'm going to be modeling to. Because I'm specifically going for collectibles. Okay, so that's our piece, which I think is okay. All right, so then let's do this. No, like big. We're talking like 200 plus millimeters. Like probably the size of the McFarlane posable ones. So like this size. Something like that. That's about the size that I'm thinking. So which affords us some smaller details in there. Oh yeah, the Primaris ones would be really cool. Okay, so let's grab this guy. And then let's create. Why is preference? Oh, the Inquisitor ones. I don't think I've seen those ones. Let's do create, insert brush, let's say new, and then we'll go down to stroke, curve mode, modifiers. We don't want to weld points. So let's see what this looks like. Okay. Okay, cool. So that's that one. And then let's do this where we grab this, rotate it 90 degrees, and then do create, insert mesh, append. It's fine. We will go to modifiers. Okay, cool. Okay. That's the idea. Okay, now the question. Oh, they're old. Okay, gotcha. The question is, how do we get this to wrap dynamically around here, but not do weird like that, right? That's what we don't want it to do. So, a couple of ways that you could do it. You can nano mesh, yes. What I like to do is something a little more of a dirty trick, but it's effective. Here's what I like to do. Let's grab a cube mesh. Actually, you know what? Let's do that guy. We do delete. That's fine. Let's grab a plane 3D. And I do this a lot for any kind of curve brush in space. Curve brush in space. What I'll do is I'll just make the curve that I want, and then I'll draw it along that curve. Again, it's a sneaky way of doing it. Sneaky, sneaky. And quicker, too. So let's say I want it to come from here, go around like this, and then I want it to come back over here. Let's double. All right, and I want it to come back this way. All right, so you just basically create the shape that you want it to follow, and then you just draw it on that. Okay. It. Wait for it. My kids have been listening to Make Me a Believer by Imagine Dragons like 50 times a day. So guess what I've had stuck in my head? Bless their little hearts. Bless their little cute hearts. All right. I guess it's better than a lot of other kids' songs, which is, you know, you have to take your wins as you get them, right? Every time that's the funny thing. You're like, so now you remember the lyrics, right? And I'm like, they're just like rappy enough that like I don't care to like learn the actual words. I know what the is, so I can kind of sing along with that. But I haven't like given in enough to actually learn the words. I'm like, no, I will not. You cannot force me. But it's pretty funny listening to the kids when he's kind of doing the rap choppy stuff. Because just listen to them go, baby, I believe. Oh, it's my daughters, but yeah. I guess it's better than listening to Barney 50 million times. So, all right, so now I have the shape. So let's go back to my insert brush. I don't know what that is, Brett. The Google Drive link. Scared to click on things. And let's see how this works. Ha ha. Oh, a couple of images are working well. Nice. Okay, hold on a second. Now what I can do is, if the twist doesn't feel right, I can grab it like this, hold Alt. Sorry, not Alt, but actually that works okay. Grab and hold Control, and then I should be able to twist, but I'm not able to right now, I think, because I have bend start. So let's... Whoa! Yeah, I'll just do it by hand. at this point, I'll do it by hand. So that's the idea that I had in my head. Oh yeah, nice, dude. Feels like a model. Let me actually show you. This is. I have two pieces I just finished up. One is smaller fiend. There you go. That's the paint job I just finished up. It was fun doing no problem, man. Kind of like a burnished gold. That was not NMM, but more kind of realistic. That's me. I come from a realistic video game material pipeline. No, it's non-metallic metal. NMM. Unless your TMM is something else. But yeah, this one was a lot of fun to do. I got. Oh, true metallic metal. Yeah, there you go. TMM. Yeah, here you go. So if you're looking for some, what did I call it earlier? Desktop bling. Desktop attire. This guy is actually up for sale right now. If you are interested, on our Etsy store. So if you go to Clinker Built Studio, and then just follow the link to the Etsy store, you'll actually see him there. One of a kind. The other guy that I just finished up is the Breaker Boss. This guy. He was a lot of fun. I really tried to push contrast and hue and saturation. But this guy was a lot of fun too. I don't really like the old models like this that are like pushed together pegs and not glue. They tried to make some thanks, Alex. Get it. They tried to make models a while ago that you didn't really need glue for, and you could just push things together. But I feel like there's pieces that don't really feel great when you do that. But yeah, this one was a lot of fun for contrast and design for the skin. Kind of going for a Steve Wang style. That guy was cool. There you go. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's actually up on the Etsy store. You guys want some desk bling? But yeah. So those are so all of these models that I'm making now, or at least for a little while, are going to be with the idea of printing and painting. So I'm actually looking forward to printing this guy out when he's done and actually doing a full paint job on him. So let's see, can we... Why did it give me a different one? Okay, so let's... is it liquid? Nope. Bend and bend start. I think that's the one. Yeah, so if I want to... that. So yeah, the problem becomes... Yes, I haven't invested in an airbrush. I actually did the base coat stuff on the Mauler Fiend in airbrush. So now we can say split unmasked points, and then we'll turn off this one. Right, so that's the idea that I had in my mind for how I was going to do that. And then we could just kind of massage those pieces around a little bit. It was okay. So then maybe what we can do is let's dupe this, mirror it, and pull that over to the other side to see if we can get something interesting in here too. Maybe what we can do is we say auto groups. Then we go, well, let's get rid of that one. Okay, we'll do delete hidden. Just reposition this guy. Say bring him. One off right now so that we can get this guy going up there. All right, let's see how that looks. It's doable. Maybe we can even delete this one here. Let's see. Before we delete it, well, maybe we can guy. Yeah, maybe we can actually get rid of that one too. All right, yeah, let's do that. So we'll do delete hidden. We're going to grab this guy, and then we're just going to kind of reposition these. So what I'm doing is just doing control click. Because they're different polygroups, they're all different polygroup, which means I can grab them and just rotate directly right on each one. Just do a little bit of little fiddling. Thanks, Rethon. Appreciate it. Nice about having a point directly in the middle of one of these things, as you can just really quickly kind of adjust all these with that center point. Nice. Grab that one. That one. Then we can even get them a little bit more. All right, so before we get too far into that, let's just see how it's looking. See if it's working. Yeah, I kind of like it. Keep them for now. May ditch them later, but we'll keep them for now. So let's look at this guy. Let's do auto groups. And then just adjust a couple of these real quick. Really want to feel a little bit more vertical so that it kind of ducks back in here. We'll see if we can get these two. Now what I could have done is in my initial brush created like a something in the back, like a cylinder or something, but I think we're okay. Give these guys just a touch more space here. Okay, I think that's okay for now. Okay, that feels okay. What are the other things that we want to do? So that's fine. I think the pose is going to work out okay for now. Any other major things that we... Oh, yeah, not at all. I'm in San Jose, California. Silicon Valley. You know, maybe we'll just put a pouch in there. I think a pouch is good. Pouches are good, right? Ah, UK. That's a home of that's the home of 40K. Where in the UK are you? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not shipping to the UK at this time. This point. Let's make a pouch. Maybe 2 pouches is okay there. Let's do a quick ZBrush 20 by 20. Okay. Protect edges is what 20 plus years. And I still haven't been there, huh? Yeah, I started painting back in high school. Then I dropped it for a while, and I picked it back up during the beginning of the pandemic. You know what? Actually, I think maybe it was right before the pandemic started. Yeah, I was like, I miss painting. Then I said, you know what? I can sculpt too. So maybe I'll do my own. You know? Here we are. So then what I'll do, usually for just a blockout for a pouch, depending on the style of the pouch, obviously, but I'll do something like this where I'll just take ZBrush a cube, do a quick smooth on it, and then what I'll do is I'll usually grab like something like that, and then pull it out like this and then down. And that'll kind of give me the idea of a flap. Subdivide ones. And then it can come in and just add a couple little if you want. Cool. And you got a pouch blockout. You always wanted to do sculpting? Yeah, the clays is where it gets tough to do, especially for smaller pieces. Digital's where it's at. I'm actually, by profession, I am a video game character artist. So, this latest, kind of dive into more of the collectible side is really stemmed from, you know, I love doing characters, but I never get to see my characters posed, you know, in like life full of life. It's always just a pose kind of thing. So getting things that I can create into a more, like, with more energy in it is something that really entices me. So that's why I've been doing this lately. Okay, then we'll just Control Alt drag, and then now we have a couple of. Really quickly, you can get some block out pieces just in to see if that's what feels good. Okay, just adding layers of detail. Okay, that's, I feel like we're getting more detail in here, which is good. All right, and then once we start kind of putting in some designs on the armor too, that's really going to start filling that stuff out. So I feel moving in a really good direction. I feel like we need maybe one more layer in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this guy. Let's duplicate. Actually, you know what? Let's create it from scratch so you guys can see how you can create stuff really quickly. So usually what I do is I'll take a plane. That's fine. And we'll just get it down to about the size that I want it. Actually, you know what? No, there's a couple of different ways to do this, but the thing that I do quite a bit when I'm trying to create a new shape is I will create just a kind of a blank piece like this, and then what I'll do is I'll divide it a bunch of times to give me some good amount of. That's enough. Resolution, so that I can just draw in with a mask the base shape that I want. Right, so like that's, let's just start with that. It's fine. I will grab this guy. That's fine. And we're gonna, because this drag does full transparency, I'll use that, and then I'll just kind of clean it up just a little bit. Which doesn't really matter, but it's tomato really. That's fine. And then what I'll do is I'll just do Control W to assign a polygroup to it. Hide everything else. Delete hidden. Alright, hold on. Delete lower. Delete hidden. So now I have my base shape. It's fine. Clear the mask, and then we'll just do a quick polish by groups. All right, that's my piece there. And then we'll do a quick ZBrush on it at 20 by 20. Have I worked on anything that you might have heard of? Yeah. I have Marvel's Avengers from Crystal Dynamics. I was character artist on that. And eventually lead character artist on Marvel Avengers. And right now I am, the thing that I can say, I'm not on Marvel's Avengers anymore, but I can say that currently I am working on the future of Tomb Raider using Unreal 5. That's what I'm working on currently in my professional. Let's go 1,000 maybe. We'll just start there. Yeah, it's very exciting. Very, very, very exciting. It is a chance of a lifetime. character art for video games is what I've wanted to do pretty much since the get-go, and I've been given great opportunities to be able to follow those dreams. So very fortunate with what I have been given in my life. Don't get me wrong, I've worked very hard for it, but I am very fortunate. Just shows that if you want to do it, do it. Yes, Unreal 5 has been an absolute dream to work in. So let's do same. We'll do ZBrush one more time and kind of clean up that kind of stuff. So now I have the general shape that I want, right? And then I'll use the same tactic that I used over here, and then we'll just use dynamic. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I want to go down one more. So we'll do 1/2. That's fine. Like that. I've got clean edges up here. I got a clean edge there. And I'll just use this one as a clean edge. Yes, I figured you meant look. Alright, so then we'll do one more just because I'm OCD sometimes. We'll do size. I want that to be 20. This is the one I want. Polish my group. Polish. Cool. Something like that. I like the topology. It's not too high. And then when I do subdivision, dynamic subdivision, I can add 0.02. That's high. I want it to be similar as this one. So what's this one? 0.008. This one will say 0.008. Cool. Now I have a piece of cloth about in the spot that I want it. And then now what I can do is get that into the position that I want it to. So that's how I really quickly create new pieces of cloth in about the area that I want it. Now what I could do, actually, is, and what I'll show you, is before I start bending this thing with just my brush, what I could do is say, let's orientate the move tool, and then we'll come in and do, oops, hello, bend curve, what I want. A bend curve will give me some really nice, I know, right? Hey, you got the Clinker built thing. Nice. Yes, Clinker built is a method of building Viking ships back in the day. So what I'll do is, so axis is correct, but I want more curve resolution. So maybe I'll go that for curve resolution. That's fine for now. All right, and then now what I can do is turn the base off for now. Yeah, I do love me some Space Wolves. But I think the reason why I was doing Jagatai was I kind of wanted to. I really like the filigree and like all of the kind of Mongol type iconology. Run with it. And I feel like there isn't enough Jagatai out there. So there's plenty of exciting iconography. There's plenty of awesome things to do out there. That one. I'm never going to remember where that guy is. Let's bring him. that off. And then hopefully we go back to this and it retains. Yes, it does retain. No, it didn't, but whatever. We can do it, I guess. All right, so now what I can do is just grab these and kind of move them into position. So the bend curve is a little bit more gracious when it comes to retaining the overall shape and giving you nice, kind of clean curvology. Curvology, it's a word. It's a thing. All right, and then I can just push those pieces in wherever I need to. Right. So then we'll just say accept, and then boom. Sophology. Is that the act of sitting on your sofa? Sophology. I'm pretty good at that. Actually, I don't sit on the sofa. I have my own chair. I really quickly embraced the whole "that's Dad's chair" in my living room. Okay, so just one extra layer in there, kind of help there. All right. Sheldon Spot. Oh, is that from what was that show? The Smart Guy show. Not Third Rock from the Sun. That was old. Bacon. You and your bacon, Dougie. I was so close. I had 30 minutes left. The Big Bang Theory, yes. I had 30 minutes left. I was thinking I should be able to get out of this without thinking about bacon. But damn it, there you go, Dougie. All right, let's put the where was I don't know how I feel about these little things because I feel like I don't want to sculpt all of that and make it look awesome. That's really time consuming. So I think I'm going to axe those things. Do cloth. All right, where is studded leather? Yep. Cloth, fold logic, some nice cool fold logic, and then some hard surface stuff. So I like. Yeah, they I know, but like a lot of Mongol style cloth has a lot of fur. Like if you look at some of these, this one guy doesn't. That one actually doesn't. Well, a lot of them do. But I feel like it's a lot of work. If you don't need to do it, then and get away without having to do that, I think it's just a lot of work to make it look good, especially in sculpt. In anything, actually, any kind of hair is like, ugh. Maybe I just got burnt out from doing hair from Avengers. Thank me tomorrow morning when you pull it out of the freezer. Me and bacon. This is my bacon, Kevin. This is like me and my plant, Robert. The studs are nice. I like doing I like doing interesting things like additive pieces to cloth. because then you can have more interact points, which is pretty fun. And you get more kind of information and stuff, more fun shapes. Pull that back. Touch. I have to pull those guys back by hand. Okay, so yeah, what's up, man? Thank you. Yeah, so let's put these guys back in. Yeah, the other thing would be to do some cool. Yeah, let's actually do that real quick. Let's grab this. Actually, you know what? Let's grab this one. Okay. Grab that. Let's duplicate this guy. Let's duplicate. Let's undo the dynamic. Let's cut that. Let's cut that. I have to keep the top half. Let's cut it there. Let's even out some of the topography here. And then maybe let's cut there. Let's delete hidden. Just kind of straighten this out a little bit. And then we can grab that one, that one, that one, that one. We'll do polish by groups. That is in deformation, by the way. Deformation, polish by groups. And then what we can do is we can use the old modeling trick and grab a point there and then scale against it, and that will flatten things out. Okay, cool. And then what we can do too is to straighten this stuff out. A couple ways we can do it. We can do clip curve. We'll just straighten it out like that. Clip curve is cool. Clip curve. Curve. Okay, and then let's do this. Let's go down to geometry. Let's do same. Let's do a quick ZBrush. Okay. Probably something okay to start from. Okay. There we go. So why did I do that? Because I'm going to use some. We're going to use dynamic. We're going to go into the, and then we're going to say 0 thickness, but we're going to use MicroPoly. Then we're going to do that. Maybe not that one, so let's look for something else. That one's kind of cool. See if we can find another cool one here. That one's pretty crazy. A little too crazy. Good one. That. No, that hurts. That one's a possibility. Do like that one. That one's pretty cool too. Yeah, align. Yeah. Good call. That one looks a little too much like chicken wire. That one. That one is a little too much. I think I like that one's a little plain Jane. I think the other one that I liked was one. Good, where was it? Round studdish one, third row from the bottom on the right. Talking about this one? Yeah, that one's a little too Mickey Mousey. To the left of that one. This one? No, I was going for more for a chainmail. That one's kind of cool. Might be a nightmare to print though. Yeah, instead of leather is cool. What I would do for that one is I would just make this piece real quick and then just create an insert mesh brush and then just drop them in. All right, let's pick one. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay. We'll do this one for now. Cool. And then we rotate it. Okay. Then if we just turn dynamic off, we've got this nice plane to work with, which is really cool. We'll just, oh, cool. That's what to do. Cool. We can move this, scale it down just a touch. And then let's actually use bend curve on this. And then we want that in... What's up from Jamaica? Like actual Jamaica? Orientation is what I want. That 3 is fine. I think this is the orientation. That's the one I want. Okay, cool. So now what I can do is just go something like that. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. All right, Rethon. Thanks for hanging out, man. Nice. What part of Jamaica are you from, Chase? I got a good buddy that lives just outside of Kingston that we go hang out with all the time. Well, all the time by every couple of years. But my heart is in Jamaica, that's for sure. The mod mon. Yeah, but I've been we go hang out with him every couple of years. Let me go. Oh, you're in Kingston now. Nice, man. I miss Jamaica. Something great about just going and hanging out and not worrying about things. It will soon come, you know? Yeah, we go, he actually lives out by, in between White Horses and Morant Bay. Got his own, I think him and his whole family kind of live out there, so it's a lot of fun. See what that looks like. All right, so that's the base of what we can do. So let's grab this, let's duplicate it and save. That was the wrong one. Dig nabbit. So let's delete that. That's fine. Turn that one back on. This is the one that we want. Oh. This. That's the one. So we'll duplicate this one so we can keep a copy of it. Alright, and then we go into geometry and we say apply. Now what that does is that makes the actual geo instead of, right, so now if I divide it, now it's actually just dividing that. So what I can do is say auto groups, and then I'm just going to clean up some of these edge pieces. So we don't need that one or that one. Right, we don't need these guys. Actually, Jace, one of my favorite crazy experiences was sitting in the Kingston bus stop, waiting to take the bus from Kingston to Ochi. That drive was crazy, man. Oh, it was so crazy. I'll never forget that bus ride. Love it, love it. And then maybe we could just get rid of these guys too. All right, so now we have this, right, which is kind of standalone, right? So we'll delete hidden. Right, so then we got that, and so it's kind of cleaned up on the edges. So now what we'll do is we'll just get rid of some of these ones, and make it look like it's kind of degraded somewhat. Yeah, yeah, they are. They are awesome. There's so many good people over there that are just, yeah, you know, yeah, man, yeah, but soon come. That was my favorite saying. Like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there when I get there. Love it. Great. Lots of Dominoes over there too. And Red Stripe, Domino's Red Stripe at your local stores. One of the best nights in my life, man. Amazing. Alright, so now we can kind of pick and choose some of these pieces to kind of make it a little bit more interesting, you know? Can we get rid of these? Something like that. Maybe we can get this down to a little bit more of a point down here. That. There we go. That feels. This guy's got to go. Yeah. All right. So let's do delete hidden. All right, now we can still move this if we want, even though they are all created separately together. So we can use our move topology, and we can just move one of those. But if we use our normal move, then we can move everything all together. But I want to be careful of that because I don't want to really, because if you do this, then you stretch it and it just looks dumb and terrible. So if I am going to move at all, I want to be really, really careful and move in like micro movements is what I found. If you're trying to kind of keep and retain an overall shape of something, if you kind of click and move in different spots in micro movements like this, it tends to help retain the overall shape without too much stretching. Okay, that's okay for now. What that looks like. Yeah, I'll have to jiffy that up a little bit for when we actually do print, but I think maybe like some kind of like neck piece, like one of those old neck guards, I think would be really cool. Let's take a look at some of the concepts and references and stuff. We'll look at like neck guards. Again, this is all from Ghost of Tsushima from looks like Little Red Zombies did these, but it's from Sucker Punch. So he's got nothing really there. This one has like a circlet, but this one has kind of like this like decorative circlet that kind of goes around. This guy here has just this terrible bow tie that I don't like at all. So we're gonna do something different from that. I'm thinking maybe something that is going to echo these types of shapes and these types of shapes. So maybe we can do like how these ones are like kind of vertical repeating pattern kind of thing. That's a possibility. Let's see what. Here's another great sculpt for Ghost of Tsushima from Dimitri Parkin. But like, damn. But other cool things we can look at from this one are just like how he did these edge stitches, like these massive edge stitches. It was really cool. Oh yeah, he has repeating squares, rectangles as well. The repeating squares, rectangles, that's the design motif that we're kind of going for. That one. Browsing through some of my reference. Okay, here's another. This is a small model, but you can see this type of kind of circlet that they have protecting the neck. I think that's a good idea to get this on. So let's get something going on in there. So how do we start it? So let's grab a cylinder. That's not a cylinder. Congratulations, Brendan, on knowing your basic shapes. Okay. Alright, so let's grab a cylinder. There you go. Get this scaled down to about the right size. Feels fairly okay there. So what I'm going to do first is what I'm thinking is same thing we did for all the cloth is just grab a plane and then use dynamic thickness, dynamic subdivisions with thickness to get the shape there. So let's find this. Let's do group by normals. Let's grab my Z modeler brush, and then I'm going to just delete all of these edge loops for now. I will control those later. But first, before I do that, let's hide all those other pieces and then do delete hidden. Let's turn on double. There we go. Okay, that's what I want there. And then I only need and turn on ghosting for a second. Then I can just start. That's not what I want. Select. Okay, we can delete all that. Then that too. All right, so we just have something like that. They just make this a little bit shorter so it's a little bit easier to wrangle. And we'll just tilt that down like that maybe. See what we got. That piece? Sure. Let's actually, that's fine. So we'll do delete hidden. So I want it to, let's rotate it this way. Not really gonna do anything, is it? We'll keep it back here just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We can actually come out like that. Let's see. Yeah, let's pull it down like that a little bit. Maybe we'll pull it in. Okay. And then what I want to do is I want to kind of have this crease in the middle here. So what I'm going to do is we will go into edge actions. We'll do crease, and then we'll just crease one edge here so that when I do subdivide, it will keep that nice crisp edge. We'll try that. And then, so let's do dynamic. Actually, before we do that, so one of the things about dynamic subdiv is you'll see that it doesn't retain the overall shape, but if you crease the entire outside like that, oops. You, why are you doing weird things? So let's uncrease all. Let's do edge loop partial. Okay, that should, there we go. Okay, that's what I want. So that's going to retain that side, that one, that one. Now when I subdivide, it should keep the same. Okay, that's good. And then we'll just do some thickness here. Play around with which that thickness is. All right, so now what we can do is we can add the crease. Let's go edge, add a crease. Oh, that's what it's doing. Okay, we do that without the crease now. Okay. He's getting there. Getting there. We got a couple minutes left. So I feel better about the pose. I feel like we've got some more layers, which is good. We are going to have to... see how that feels. Pose feels a little bit better. I think I want to play with the weapons a little bit. I like this one, but I think this one I can push a little bit further. But all right, I think that is probably going to do it for this round. I actually will be back in a few weeks on the Pixelogic channel here, and we'll pick this up again. See when 16th. 30th. So 2 weeks from now. 3 weeks from now. We'll pick this up. If you would, I probably will work on this guy a little bit on my personal channel. So if you'd like to follow me there. Let me put that in real quick. So www. So if you want to follow me on my personal channel, you're welcome to do that. If you're not following the Pixelogic channel, for some odd reason, give that a follow. And if you would like to... let's go back to this bad mamma jamma. This STL I will be giving away eventually. So if you would like to be on the list for that giveaway, as an STL, go ahead and sign up for the newsletter on our website. Thanks, Alex. So if you go to www.clinkerstudio.com, and then you go to I think it's the About and Contact page. There's a newsletter there. So once this guy's all ready and prepped, and I've printed him and he looks okay to send to everybody there, I'll have a list that I'll send out to see if you're interested in grabbing this guy. So if you'd like to, not, that is also fine. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks, Dougie. I'm gonna go have some bacon now, and keep your left turn signal on at all times. All right, buddy. Yeah, I think that's about it. All right, thank you, everybody. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys learned a few things. But most of all, I hope you were inspired to go make your own cool stuff. Get out there and you go make cool stuff. All right, that's about it. Later. Peace.